Hi everyone, this is Prince Will, OP Global Consult Hood Academy. I'm sure you know me by now. If you're new to this channel, I encourage you to please subscribe to our channel, like our posts, and turn on your notification bell so you get more content from us. Now, OP Global Consult is about a lot of things. General consultation, management consultation. We assist people travel abroad for study, for work, for tourism, and for other purposes. We also assist people register their businesses, their companies with the Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria. We do lots of things. Sometimes we counsel people. We counsel people on their choices of study, choices of career, and other advice people would need, professional advice they would need to scale through in any area of their life. So you can just always reach out to us. So today, I promised some days ago, I'm going to talk about the United Kingdom, okay, the UK for short, as regards to studying in the UK as a foreigner, particularly as a Nigerian, okay? So I'm keeping that promise today. I was unable to do this video for some reasons, very preoccupied, but I'm here right now, okay? So today it's UK. The last time we talked about Canada. Today we're talking about the United Kingdom. So what would it take to study in the UK? Very interesting question, Many people want to study in the UK, okay? Many people want to study abroad, if not in the UK, other countries like Australia, like Canada, like US, many other countries. People want to study France, Poland, they want. But the question is, why do you want to study abroad? Why do you want to study abroad? Studying abroad is not cheap, okay? Regardless of the tuition fee being high for countries like UK, for countries like Canada, New Zealand, Australia, that have high school fees. Regardless of that, why do you want to pay such amount for tuition fee to study in UK, in these countries? Why not stay back in your own country and study? Now, these are questions you will be asked, okay, during your visa stages, even during your admission stages. Yeah, you'll be asked this question even during your admission processing stages. Why UK? Why Canada? So we are sticking with UK for today. For those who want to go to UK, for UK, you can study undergraduate studies. That is, people going into university for the first time as year one students. You can do your postgraduate studies in UK, your pre-masters, your top-up program, your masters, your PhD program in the UK. Okay, so generally we'll be giving an overview of what it takes to study in the UK. This 2023 and in other years to come. What are the requirements you'll be needing to study in the UK? First, you need to have your international passport, okay? You need to have your international passport to be able to travel to any country, all right? So if you want to study in UK, for example, you'll be given about 2 years visa to study in the UK. So it's always expected you have at least 2 years or more than 2 years validity on your international passport. You don't have 6 months or 1 year passport validity and you're applying for visa, you're applying to study in another country. It doesn't make sense. Have 2 years upward. To be safe, have 3 years validity on your international passport. If you know your international passport has just 6 months or 1 year validity or less than what you need, you can always approach the issuing authorities in Nigeria, is immigrations, for them to renew your passport for a fee, and always be quick about it. You don't wait until application period for you to start applying for your passport, whether renewal, whether getting a new passport. You don't do that. Always make sure you have your passport in hand before the application window for study comes up. Many of you make these mistakes. You're not always prepared. But let us just tell you the basic requirement for studying the UK. This is applicable to other countries too, but we're talking about UK. Your international passport, your academic credentials, that is your WAEC, your NECO, your bachelor's degree if you are going for masters, your master's degree if you are going for PhD. For your WAEC, please, you have to have at least C6 in your English, your WAEC. Your NECO, that is your O levels, you need to have C. I see many people who submit documents where they have D, where they have other grades that are less than C, and wishing to study abroad. You can't study in an English country with a score less than C in your English language at your O level. You can't do that, okay? Some people also have bachelor's degrees and they have less than C in their O levels. So it begs the question how they were able to get into the university with less than C in their English, okay? That aside, so you have your academic credentials with you, you have your CV. Your CV must be an academic CV, not a CV you use to seek for employment. It must be an academic CV that places more emphasis on your course of study, on your interest of study, okay? You must have your personal statements. We always encourage, if you're applying for schools in UK and other countries, at least have 2 course options. If you can't, have 3 course options. So when we make applications for you, we give you a lot of options, universities to pick from, okay? You stand a greater chance of getting admission if you have above 2 courses you applied for, unlike having just 1. So you write your personal statements. Some call it SOP, statement of purpose, for each of these courses. If you're going for a master's in microbiology, write for master's in microbiology. If you're going for a bachelor's in nursing, write for bachelor's in nursing. Each of these courses must have their personal statement or SOP. So another thing you need to have is your recommendation letters, or better still call it reference letter. One must be from your academic institution where you graduated from. If you're going for masters, that is, you studied in Unilag, Obafemi Awolowo University, UNN, Uniport, you must have an academic reference letter from your university, written by either the secretary of your department, by your dean, by one of your lecturers, and it must be on letterhead of the school. There must be signature of the officer that wrote that reference letter. There must be dates on it. Second one you should have for recommendation letter is your professional reference letter. It comes from where you've worked or where you're currently working. It must be on letterhead, it must be signed, and there must be date on it. Now again, there is what we call proof of English, okay? If you studied in universities in Nigeria and you do not want to write IELTS, okay? Most times it's not required, but it's safer for you to have proof of English from your university, stating that you were taught in English language. All right. One day Nigeria is going to get to the stage where they will not be requiring all these English examinations from us. But for the meantime, go get your proof of English from your school, proving that you studied and you were taught in English language during the course of your study. The other one you need to understand is this. Admission processing for UK doesn't take long if you start early. Sometimes within 2 weeks, you can get your either conditional or unconditional offer, that is your admission letter. Sometimes it takes a month or more. And after you've gotten that, the next thing for you to do is to pay your tuition fee deposit. It could be £4,000, £5,000, £8,000. Make your tuition fee deposit payment. Some tuition fees around £14,000, £16,000 and thereabouts. So just make the deposit required of you and get your living expenses ready. So if your tuition fee is £14,000, you're asked to pay £4,000 as your deposit. It means you have £10,000 outstanding. Now £10,000 plus your living expenses, which is around £9,000 plus pounds. Let's round it up to £10,000, so that is £20,000. So it means you're supposed to have £20,000 in your bank account as your proof of fund. That is what they call POF, proving that you have the school fees balance and also the money you'll be spending on your accommodation, on your feeding while you're in the UK. Approximately put it at £20,000 for an individual. Now, once you've gotten your offer letter, paid your deposits, you have to build your account for 28 days. So it means 20,000 equivalent of that amount in your currency must be in your bank account for 28 days. Then you submit that statement of account alongside proof of payment of your deposit to the school to be issued cash. Now it takes like a few days or weeks for you to get cash. Once you get cash, the next step is you applying for visa. Okay, we do all these things for you: the visa application, the admissions. For now, we don't charge for admissions. Okay, we help you get your admissions, we help you process your visa. You can go with your family, but if you want to go with your family, it's another thing altogether. So this is basically what you need to know about traveling to the UK for study. Will be your IHS, that is health insurance, your medical, that is tuberculosis, biometrics. These are things you'll be doing in preparation for your visa. I hope this helps a lot of people. For more information, reach out to us, your WhatsApp or social media handle, so we give you more understanding and start your admission process for 2023 or for other years to come. Cheers.